Hello, everybody, to a new edition of the bioRN member-to-member session. And this will be our last M2M session in 2024. So, well, today I'm very happy to welcome you. And I'm convinced that we're going to have a very, very exciting time. I'm Stephanie. I will moderate the session. Science communication has become an increasingly important in recent years as complex information needs to be communicated to different target groups in a concise and understandable way. Considering that the human attention span is getting shorter and shorter, 8 seconds, as I've learned yesterday when I was searching for some studies, science storytelling is an important key to engaging the audience. And science storytelling is about clear and concise language, relatable characters and scenarios, emotional connection, and engagement. And this is where Nanobot comes in, the company I would like to introduce to you today. And I'm very delighted to welcome my interview partner, Andrei Korniuk, CEO and founder. Welcome, Andrei. Great to have you there today.
Hi guys, hi Stephanie, thank you for having me today. I would be happy to share our story and our future, I hope, our future steps. So yeah, let's start it.
Let's start. Let's start with an introduction of yourself, Andrei. Please share with us your career journey, your motivation working in the field and working for Nanobot.
Yes, it started in 2005, I guess, when I finished my master's in engineering. I'm not a scientist. I didn't have this background for PT, but my higher education was in Kiev, in Ukraine. And besides engineering masters, I received investment and financial bachelor degree. So like first years of my experience was into investment analysis and marketing in different spheres, but most on like real estate and development. Then in 2010, 11, I got married and my daughter was born. So it was like a kind of funny time, and I just have a lot to rethink. And then in 2012, I joined Ukrainian Medical Association, and I was in charge continuing medical education program, and I was organizing medical and scientific conferences international in Ukraine, in Crimea. So that was the time I understand that pharmaceutical industry and scientific part. But also I was in charge for innovations, and my first CRM system was Zoho CRM, and that was important. I was astonished how more you can do with automations, and like since then, like automation and automation of different business processes that just come to my life, and since then I'm focusing on this as well. So I switched to selling CRM systems. I was selling Salesforce CRM for a couple of years. In 2014, I find myself in Moscow selling Salesforce to pharmaceutical companies. I was account manager of Abbott and Takeda, and I found out all these needs of pharma companies, so that they need to communicate their science to doctors. And at that time, there was a big gap between communication that goes from head offices to local offices, and doctor just well, I would say that marketing managers of pharmaceutical companies, they needed to recreate those materials very much that they received from head offices. And I just found out that, well, just better to create scientific animation videos to communicate to doctors from scratch. And you're right that attention span just shrink, and the idea with the communication comes from the communication of sales force representatives with doctors, that they in 2000s they have opportunity to speak like 10 minutes with doctor on average, and in 2014 it shrinks to 3 minutes, and right now I think that it just shrinking more and more. So yeah, it makes sense to have this animation in place. So that was the beginning. And at that time in 2014, I involved into communication with Yuri, because Yuri was my co-founder. We will talk about him right now. He was our speaker at one of our conferences in Ukrainian Medical Association. So it was like very natural for me, as soon as I see the gap, to reach to him and to continue our communication.
Right, and if we are now going to talk about the founding history, we have prepared a very nice video. So Nicole, could you please show the video, right?
Hi, I'm Yuri from Nanobot Medical. The history of company is pretty simple, so I've started to work on some kind of scientific papers regarding the nanotechnology and nanorobotics in 2003, 2004. Then I've started developing some visuals for these scientific papers because it was a lack of graphical materials at that time that can illustrate complicated processes like graphene technologies, like microactuators, like MEMS devices. That's why I've developed a pipeline in 3D to create several imagery of technological marvels of that time. For example, like Eric Drexler's first proposed drawings of nano engines and nanorobotic arms. For sure it was science fiction at that time, but still it was something to think about. And that's why I've generated first imagery of conceptualized nanorobotics and published them in a couple of scientific papers. So I've received a huge feedback regarding this, and actually I've started a new company called Nanobot Models, and I've tried to explore how much nanorobotic models can be possible and how we can visualize it. And this led to Nanobot Medical Company first, and then it was specifically led to Medical Animation Company, because a lot of our clients were creating of nanoparticles and small drug delivery methods. So it was not connected with nanorobotics, but pretty much the same, because they involved DNA origami and technologies, and also some kind of laser-based nanoparticle deliveries. That's why I've called this company Nanobot Medical, because its name was derived from early scientific papers, and it was keeping the same once I've met Andrew and we start to make the company as medical animation company only. So that's it about company name. Thank you so much.
Right,
Yeah.
great video.
Yeah, I will retell this to Yuri, because Yuri right now in San Diego, and that's a huge story about this. So let me share my screen. I actually, while I was I prepared to this conversation, I actually found this first abstract that was published in this nanotech.now.com in 2010. You can see it, March 15,
Wow.
2010.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, and this is like a screenshot from this first video that he was developed. He's like Yuri Svinyak, an Nanobot Models company. That was our first company. And here's this just video that it was done by him 14 years ago. Yes.
Incredible. Yeah. There we already see. So, and we also see probably when we see later some case studies that the technology and also the mode of visualization has changed, of course, in the last 15 years, definitely. So, but it's really interesting. Yeah.
Absolutely. So do you want me to share a current showreel, or we have another question?
No, I would say let's move ahead, and maybe you can tell us a bit more about the major efforts and developments of the company since the foundation.
Great. So when we met with Yuri, I actually asked him, there were two of us. I was in charge for sales and business development, and he was in charge for video production. I asked him, what is your goal? What do you want to achieve? He said, I want to have a company in San Diego. And actually in 4 years, he achieved this. He was in San Diego and he was head of the company, and he is now he migrated from Ukraine to San Diego in 2014. So we started our company in 2014 in Moscow, while both of us, I was in Moscow at that time, but then I came back to Kiev. Yuri was in Mariupol, in Kiev, which is now occupied by Russians. And we started working a lot with CIS countries, immediately with Pfizer, Novartis, Eli Lilly, AstraZeneca, because that was like 3D animation was not at the place, and we were just one who did it at that time at this high level. So very fast we increased our number from 2 to 20 persons.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2016, we have created office in Estonia in order to start working with European companies. And in 2018, we moved to United States. Then I moved to San Diego for a couple of months to kick off our business there. I was meeting and shaking hands everywhere from Tijuana to Irvine in Los Angeles. A lot of wine was drank at that time, but eventually I met our first clients. It was Rubric Therapeutics,
Mm-hmm.
and I met the founder just at IQV event in Irvine, and we also in J Labs we met with Brunli. He is the head of Basiliar Bioscience. So that was our first deal like closed in 3 months, and that kicks our sales. And then when the COVID started, I came back to Ukraine, and I was sitting there for 2 years. Since about further developments in the United States, we were focused primarily on biotechnological startups these years, and actually COVID pushed us into like a lot of clients because like providing animation that was the only possible opportunity to communicate your science as much as possible during COVID. So that pushed us a lot. So we did a lot of animation for preparation of biotech companies for JP Morgan. And like JP Morgan, this is like a main conference for us. But it just came organically because the companies noticed that we are doing nice animations, like we do from 3D to 2D graphics, because like there are different budgets. And they ask us, are you doing pitch decks? Are you doing like illustrations, posters? So what to know about us, it is that we always say, yes, we can do this because, well, if somebody do this, we also can do this. So we try everything and we are good at it. So all our services, they developed organically from client requests. So in Europe, we are more focused on biotech and mid-sized pharma. In the United States, we were focused primarily on biotechnological companies and startups. And since then, we developed ourselves, not just animation, we did website development a lot. Then we switched to different CMS models, which bring us to like partly to HubSpot. I was in parallel, I was involved into automation, our self-sales and marketing. So because I was Salesforce administrator, like CRM system, this is like part of my interests and hobbies, I would say that. So by 2022, when the war started, we were a team of 50 people, 25, about roughly 25 in Russia, 25 in Ukraine. And when the war started, we shrank to 20 people. But we brought all our experience in different fields, in SEO, Google Ads, lead generation, meeting, scheduling. Even during this year, we have started with Yuri, our own startup, which is called InViva Cloud. And it is about providing scientists with more information about mice behavior analysis. So we do mice behavior analysis 24/7 for months. And this is a side project, a side story. If you would like to learn more, I will tell you. But in this field, we also developed our experience in AI and ML data analysis. So we just have a lot of opportunities to help with this as well. So when the war started, it influenced me a lot. And just I thought that we need to bring value, right, to humanity, for all of us. And just this is something that and in my team actually they need a goal, a mission, right? Something more, something important. So this our mission of our company right now is to bring to the market up to 100 new biotech startups or products by 2030. And this is something that bright eyes, and this provide us with opportunity to move further. And I thought that why we are focusing primarily on animation, why we are not providing all our opportunities, all our knowledge to our clients. So we developed ourselves into life science marketing agency, which is serving different segments of clients, starting from mid-sized pharma through CRO and CMO companies who are selling their services and products to pharma, because we know how to do this, how to sell to pharma, how to do lead generation, how to analyze market, and then with like obviously medical device companies and obviously biotechnological startups who have just another needs, like they are focused more on fundraising, partnership, raising, brand awareness. But like fundraising, this is the main goal. So this is our path.
Great, thank you very much. You've already answered all my questions I wanted to ask after a while. So let's go directly in the showcasing what you have brought us today so far. So would you like to share your screen and explain a little bit more about the scientific idea and all the products?
Great. So let me share our recent showreel. As you saw, the quality we have like 14 years ago. Let me share the video file. I hope it won't be lacking too much of this. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Fine. Impressive. Thank you, Andrew. I wonder how we managed live without these animations in the past.
Yeah.
Don't know really.
Yeah, I happen that you like it. Well, so this is a kind of generally combination of our project from 2023. We do these videos all the time from like previous year's project. You can find these animations on our YouTube channel. Let me share my screen just another time. So it is here. We have 25,000 subscribers, 127 videos, and we have the playlists with different pathologies, with different qualities and immunology, oncology, this kind of videos, so even like old ones, 14 years old. So yeah, that's it.
Great, thank you. Would you also share some more case studies from some members of our network and explain a little bit what was the challenge and the goal?
Yeah, sure. So we have been working for some time with the bioRN members. It just happened because And our first client was Novalik. Just to refresh, so Novalik, this is a pharmaceutical company. They develop and commercialize ocular therapeutics. And we developed for them pitch deck for fundraising event in the United States and scientific poster that they use. Currently, we are working, well, not with bioRN members, but with the University of Heidelberg. We're very close in cooperation with two professors in virology and molecular biology labs. And we are helping them right now with video preparation for like this. In January, they will have a fundraising event, but I guess this is like a government fundraising program. And also, we are working with VM Therapeutics. We start working with them early in 2022. They already have fundraising events there. And I remember that I met Klaus in Leipzig in autumn in 2022, and he was using that video for communication with investors. He was just sharing this video, and then he was explaining what they didn't understand or like further. So, but the main idea that the video did the main job to explain the main part of the pitch. And currently, our last communication, our last project was for the B306 product. I can share my screen with you to show it from their web page. So I guess you cannot hear the sound, right?
Not yet, no. No.
Yeah, so let me just switch to the video. It was, as you noticed, we are working like in various styles, not only 3D animation, but like 2D style and all other styles of videos, just to for example, very usually we have been reached by our clients when they say, we have only 2 weeks for development of animation. What can you offer? We say that only 2D animation or something like very light 3D, just because for 3D animation, we need more time for negotiate, for preparation of 3D models. So I would say that 3D videos, it takes us like about from 6 weeks for development.
Okay, so going back to your mission, you answered or you said the mission is to help up to 100 new biotech startups grow or bring them to market. What's the trigger for, let's call Nanobot a creative agency to focus specifically on supporting startups?
Well, the main problem of the scientific startups in scientific startups that they are scientists and they're not trained to sales and marketing, and obviously we are working like continuously with scientific entrepreneurs, like serious entrepreneurs from science. And when they reach out to us, they say, okay, this is another startup, this is all the information I need. Executive summary, pitch deck, animation, website. You have six weeks for development, and we say, okay, we go for that. But like main part of our biotech startups, they need help with consulting, how to promote themselves, how to position the biotech startup from the very beginning, because the perception of investors who are most of them are not scientists, just another one. They perceive things in another way. So their information should be delivered in a specific way that they can understand and consume.
Right. Before I ask my next question, I would like just to ask the attendees, if you do have questions, write them in the chat and I will ask them later at the end. So we are running a bit out of time, but well, I've just asked my next question, Andriy, because what I think is really very interesting and also very critical and important. How do you as a creative agency ensure that you have an understanding of the various and different topics that you face with your different customers? How do you and your team stay up to date with the latest life science innovations so that you're able really to make storytelling, scientific storytelling?
Sure. Well, this is a part of our policies that in our policy, in our company, each manager, each specialist, they have their own self-development program, and we always learning. This is a part of our company that we need to follow all new that's happening in science and in sales and marketing and in automation field. We also have scientists in our staff on the PhD level, medical and scientific advisors. And so far, I do not know nosology where we didn't work so far. So you can check our like YouTube channel. There are various nosologists. Or we also have like 2 web pages. One is nanobotmedical.com, and this web page is devoted. Let me share my screen another time. This web page, nanobotmedical.com, it is devoted entirely to scientific videos and communications. We do have animation, scientific content, everything, and here's a case studies of different nosologies, which is here. So you can just check our cases from here and check this. There's different therapeutic areas which we used to work with. And another, our web page is like Nanobot group already. So this is like a life science digital web page where you can have all other services just to
Okay. Great. Thank you very much for this information. And there's already a question which fits perfectly. Yannick Jungmann asked, is there a special price for startups? I know you have some bundles. Hi, Yannick. Nice to see you.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, let me share my screen. Yeah, let me share my screen. Absolutely. Yeah. We have created, together with Susan Konendal, who is with us today, we have developed a special biotechnological bundles. We say like biotech marketing bundles, but this is a kind of a grow bundles. And the idea of make a special prices and make bundles that came from our experience of our clients from Europe and from the United States. And Susan, if you would like to comment a little bit, because this is also your part, maybe you could unmute yourself. But the idea of these bundles, it is that there are 3 bundles: Arise, Grow, and Expand, and we create them in order to help startups on different stages of their development. When you do not have anything, when you just started, when they like started from university, for example, we know that they need logo, branding, they need to position themselves, they have some advice, need to have some advice, they need a web page, which can be done very quickly, and like some LinkedIn promotion, right, to appear on the stage. So this is like a Rise bundle. We also include here like strategic advice, like 2 hours of Susan time. When a startup already have some branding, they receive seed investment, they would think about round A. We would advise to have a grow bundle, which include more into pitch deck, more. We include here already some 3D video explainers, nice illustrations, video snippets, case study design. We can combine something more, or we can create a specific bundle for needs of any given startup. But this is something like very useful to have, I would say, and this is like a special price for this period of time. Just to show how it can work, For example, like first Arise bundle, I would share with you. We have Fluosfera. So this is a Swiss startup for which we have created a brand identity. We redo all their logo, all like from scratch. Created a pitch deck and 3D animation. So far, they raised $1 million. I would say that this year they raised something more. And this is a case study of our in Viva Cloud. So that is obviously my startup that as a side project, but we have created in 4 weeks, obviously like from scratch logo and brand identity, executive summary, pitch deck, one pager, and website on HubSpot. And actually, this is like a template that we use and we offer in this Arise bundle that I was sharing with you here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I guess that's it because like this, the last one, Expand, it is more for companies that would like to expand their business and start selling. And here we include like CRM advice, automation advice, how to set up sales and marketing, and how to align that. But also we include here like the full scale 2D or 3D explainer MOA videos.
Thank you very much. Sounds really attractive. And of course, I'm very sure that you're also quite open to individual packages if there are any further needs. Great. So now you've explained how you can help our strong network. And my last question is how can other members from the network support you?
Well, I'm open for networking. So if you would share the word about what we're doing, how we can help other startups, that would be beneficial for all of us because that would support our mission. And yeah, we are very determined to help. And right now we are helping to schedule meetings at JP Morgan. And this is something that we start like 4 weeks ago, and we already scheduled 6 meetings for a Swiss oncology startup. They are raising like 30 millions, and they are looking for lead investor. And right now we have a very good like request reply rate. And I guess that by the end of next week we will have more. I see that from my inside view, I would say that we will be able to schedule 10 meetings for that. So
okay.
Yeah, but well, this is like a part of our job and our mission. So yeah, if you would like to share the word, that would be perfect for us.
Okay.
Any kind of collaboration with consultants, with like any institutions, like webinars or something, somewhere we can share our knowledge about how to do communication. This is all obviously we are open for that as well.
Great, thank you very much. Are there any questions left from the audience? Not yet.
I would like to add a comment.
Susanne.
Yeah, so I'm working with Nanobot for I think 2 years, Andre, now, and I find them the perfect agency, the perfect partner for startups. I work with startups for the past 9 years as a service provider and consultant, and I often find that they are overwhelmed in the beginning with what they need in terms of marketing material. They know they need a good website. They know they need a pitch deck, maybe for potential investors. They know they need to communicate on LinkedIn. And so they often pay a lot of money for an expensive web agency, but then the other material really lacks the same quality. So it's very good to, when you start out, or if you're a young company and you're not happy with your material, to do it all in one set. And that's what Nanobot and I have tried to do with these packages, to provide really for different development, for different stages of company development, first quality marketing material, and also combine it with a strategy so that they know how to implement their marketing with this material.
Thank you very much,
you,
Susanne.
Yeah, and I'm happy to add my testimonial, Susanne. Thank you for that. If this is over now, because we
Yes.
work with obviously the team of Andre and with Nanobots, and I have to say two things. One is these guys are really fast and cool. Yeah, I mean it's really, if you want to have something quickly, and we thought we had a good deck, but when you start, we had a small project, and it's really worthwhile to approach them early, or maybe in a stage when you think, I might be good, give it a try. It doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. It really brings you to the next level because they are eye openers. They see much more than you have seen, and they brought our pitch deck to a very different level. And I think that is obviously creating trust for the next project. But I think sometimes it's like, this project is not big enough. Maybe I should wait. Don't wait, just do. Because I think that that will bring you to the next level, but you can extremely learn a lot from these guys. They're super cool, yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, Christian. I appreciate that.
Right. Thank you.
We never met with Christian before in personal. Christian was in communication with my account executive, but thank you so much for words.
Yeah, we met in the lounge. Remember, we did at the Urban Kitchen. We met there. You made a presentation. Then I reached out to your colleague, to Natalie, and yeah, we did it. And I was so happy that we did it. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much.
What could be better than happy and satisfied clients within our network? That's the perfect end of this session today. And I would like to thank you, Andre, for sharing your insights, and the audience for having time. The next member-to-member session will be in February 19th with HS analysis, and in January the video with Nanobot will be online. We need a little bit more time because Christmas season comes. Team won't be in the office for a longer while, so I wish you all a wonderful Christmas season, and hopefully see you in February latest, or at the bioRN launch end of January. I forgot to say, with Professor Peter Loskil from the NME in Tübingen. So thank you very much. Have a nice time. See you and bye-bye.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Andre.
Thank you.